Hello guys, today's topic is going to be about why I create art. Just a heads up, people create art for different reasons. This is just my personal experience, and it is not like a mold, I guess, for everyone's reasons for making art. The main reason why I create art is because it's freaking fun. So a lot of people, when they think about like creating art, they're thinking about I guess the complex paintings, like the Renaissance paintings, or something very like complex and meaningful. But not all art that is created is like that. Art can just be scribbling on a page and taking your frustrations out on a paper, tearing that paper, and throwing it and burning it in a fire. Well, you don't have to do all that, but like you know what I mean. Like art is like very flexible in its meaning. Like there's a very wide range in what you can call art. Um, Yeah, the first reason why I make art in the first place is because I like freaking like it. Like, I don't think you're gonna do something if you don't like it unless it's a job. Ew. But yeah. The second reason is a little bit more personal, but I don't think it's oversharing. So, the second reason is because it helps me like mentally. So, art is like, I guess, like a mental outlet to let out like feelings, and it doesn't have to be sad. I'm just saying. Uh, um, I like to make art when I'm like happy as well, like very 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 happy. That's probably when I make the most art. But I've also made art when I was like super super sad. Or we can get to the itty bitties of that, but let's just say like on a scale 1 to 10 of my happiness, it was at like -5. Okay, so um yeah, when I was feeling those very negative things, art would help me. um what do you call it, when you like when you have like, oh, a coping mechanism. Yeah, so it was like a really good coping mechanism, because number one, I I cannot talk to people for shit. So um, I guess like me trying to explain what I was feeling was like me talking with tape on my mouth. Um, so basically, I couldn't say anything because uh, I don't know. When I talk about my feelings, like I just can't. So art was basically my communication. Whenever I felt like overly stressed or I needed to get something out of my chest and I couldn't explain it in words, but I could. Ew, I don't know why I just did that, but I can visually show it to you what I'm feeling. Um, so yeah, that's been useful. I don't think I have any of my artwork when I was like mentally stressed. I guess there's the charcoal works that I made. I'll pull it up on the side and you can just look at it for a brief moment, you know. Here's my charcoal art. All right. Anyways, um oh, yeah, and not just like sad feelings too. Like also feelings of like um maybe just like what I want to be, like where my mind is, where I want to be. So like let's take one of those drawings in the background, okay? You see the very very top one, I guess, if you can see it. That I painted that because like I wanted to live there, like in the future. I want to live in a very open area, rural. Wow, I can't say that. Rural area. Like I don't like living in cities, but um yeah, like in the future, I would definitely want to live in somewhere that looked like that. Okay. Um oh, and like I've made like I don't know. It's just like whatever I'm feeling, I can always like draw it out, you know? Like it's like an outlet for happiness or for sadness or for like I don't know. Okay, some people are gonna disagree with me on this, but I also like to make art because it takes a lot of time. Um, well, I mean, art can take like 5 seconds as well, but like, I guess like finished paintings or like finished charcoal art and stuff, like that takes like a lot of time. Like the minimum would be like 2 hours if I'm lucky. Um, but the reason why I like how it takes so freaking long is because it really fills up the space in um my very boring life. see see now, I don't know if you're gonna relate to this, but I don't really have anyone to hang out with, and I don't really have anyone that I talk to besides being at school. And like I have a community, it's just I don't hang with them outside of the space that we share, if that makes sense. So I'm not very social. Damn, that's sad. But anyways, I'm not very social and I have a lot of free time. So making art just really like fills in that free time, and like it's like I'm not wasting away my hours just sitting here like this, like just contemplating my life. That was a little bit dramatic, but you get the point. It fills my time and it gives me something to do, and it's like it's like I don't know how to describe it. It makes time flow like, you know, calm, calmness, peace, tranquility. Okay, it's kind of hard to admit, but I also make art because I like being complimented on it. Which sounds very like extrinsic motivated. Okay, my brain just farted. But it's very extrinsic motivation. I think it's more just like a feeling of being acknowledged and also appreciated. Art and working out have been like the ways people have noticed me in life. Like if I didn't have the skill for art, no one would really come up to me, you know? Like if it already wasn't bad, well, it would have been worse if I didn't have anything to like start a conversation with. So I guess it's like um it has a little bit of social value to it too. So I can start conversations with art with people. I People come up to me whenever I'm making art. Um, I don't know. It's just a good conversation starter. It shows a little bit of like who I am. And like I don't know. I guess it's more like an icebreaker. Another reason why I like art is because it helps me notice finer details where otherwise people would overlook. You know that thing like the thing that's like artist eye. I'll pull it up, the definition, but I feel like because I've had to pay attention to smaller details when creating my work, I've also like noticed in other works the finer details in that. So, like, maybe the way how a logo was designed. Um, if people were to see it, they would have more generic comments about it. Like, oh, this looks really nice. Or, oh, this looks like shit. um, but like you can get into like the itty bitty details, you know, and like compliment people more or criticize them. I don't know which path they want to take, but you can compliment people more specifically, which I find very, very nice to have. It feels genuine, more genuine, um, and you know, it's not like flattering. They they would probably appreciate you more um, now that you've noticed like things that people usually overlook. So I don't know. And I'll get into like the feeling of being appreciated for things that most people overlook. Like there's so much like that like there's so much to that. Like I feel like a lot of people tend to trivialize people's accomplishments and then make their faults really fucking huge. There's many forms of art. That's what I like about it. It's creative and you don't have to stick to like a traditional like formula for art. There's music, buildings, painting, charcoal, digital art. Oh, there's the art of like doing martial arts. So like kung fu, boxing. Yeah. And maybe just the art of doing art, you know, like it doesn't even have to like be professional. It doesn't have to look good if you want to make it. And that's probably what I like about it. It's got like a really big range and it's not stuck to one thing. So you don't really have to like I guess shape yourself to do art. Art in general is like the first thing you think about when you think of creativity. Unless you don't, then I guess you don't. But yeah, art is creative. That's why I do it. Yeah, helps me feel not like a robot, I guess. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.